All right, so today I've got a customer that wants a necklace pendant in the shape of a heart made out of a 2018 Kennedy half dollar. So in the interest of time, I've punched a hole already, 7/16 inch hole. I've deburred the inner and outer edge, hit it with sandpaper to keep it from stretching. So I'm going to go through the process of how I make it into a heart. It's basically the same process as the coin ring, except once you've got the ring made, there's a jig that I use to shape it into a heart. So for a Kennedy, it needs to be about a 10.5 to a size 10.5, 11 ring. So let's do that first. So the first thing we want to do is get the doming block and find the smallest hole I can fit half dollar in. That typically turns out to be this one. And I'm going to use a steel ball bearing. This one happens to be, I think, 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to start the doming process. Did that, and now I'm going to use a 1.2 inch die. I've purchased at Mike Steel Tools. I get a lot of my remaking tools from him. His products have held up, so I have no complaints. I like his tool. His tools work great. 17-degree cone, 17-degree die. Fold it over. Make sure it stays even. I like to use the Delrin dies, or the Delrin cones, but occasionally they do get stuck on there. But it doesn't damage the details on the inside of the coin. Right. So, got this. Starting to look good shape. Want to check that edge again, make sure there's no signs of any splitting or anything. It looks good. If there is, then you can always hit it with sandpaper again and buff out those hairline cracks to keep it from splitting. So next thing I want to do is use the coin stretcher, or the ring stretcher, and I'm going to stick a piece of paper towel in between, as I did with all of mine if you watched any of my other videos, and trying to get this down to, all right, it feels work hardened, so I'm gonna heat and quench it again. Just reuse the same paper towel usually. Turning it quarter turn as I go down. And I'm going to get to a 10.5 size 11. And I think I'm there on one side of the ring, but the other is still flared out. So I'm going to try to bring that side in with my die. You want to try to get the walls as straight as possible on this for the pendant to turn out well. So one thing I like to do is go a little bit past the size And then that way when you're bringing it back with the die, it'll tend to have straighter walls on the side of the coin for the pendant. All right, so to do that, typically I have to start, looks like I'm going to be okay. I'm going to use the 1.1 side, this die. Feels a little work hard, and I'm going to heat and quench it again. Back to the die. Remember, I'm trying to get that to a 10.5 or 11 size. All right, that's real close. Stretch it out a little bit more. Shrink it. Remember, the goal is to try to get the walls of the coin straight as possible. Almost exactly perfect. Size-wise, yeah, smaller. Alright, so that should be perfect. Inspect it again. And the next thing you want to do is you want to finish the ring now before using the jig, because it gets a little harder to get on the inside, especially once you've formed it into a heart. So this customer wants it to be satin finish. I'm going to use my Dremel 512E finishing abrasive buff to accomplish that. Also, one can use the half round file on the cut edge side of the coin ring. When you drop any sharp edges, you know it's going to be worn on a necklace or a keychain or something like that. It's going to be a little bit sharp there, and you want it to be comfortable to wear. Outside edge as well. And then backside edge. It's nice and flat. Take the sandpaper, same as I do with any of my coin rings. The only difference is really always a consistent size, and you want to make the rings then shape it into the heart pendant. So. Alright, so I've got this. Great. And the inside edge and the outside edge as well. I'm going to go back with 600 grit, just to smoothen it out a little bit more. Make sure all the lines from the half round file are gone.
inside edge as well as the outside edge.
Alright, once I've got the ring how I want it, how pretty close to finish, it's pretty good. Now I'm going to pick out where I want the heart to bend. I like to do it to where this part of the heart, this part here, from about the bend down is where the date is. That way if you're wearing it, it just looks nice that way. Alright, this jig works. Stick this through the coin, through the bottom hole first. And then your press. You're going to press it till it goes down to the bottom. When it comes out, you're going to have the bottom point of your heart, and then you do the same thing through the top hole. And this one you've got to kind of judge it, and I like to go a little bit, pull it out, take a look. Yeah, still got a ways to go. And just keep repeating that until you get to the point to where it's shaped like a heart. Alright, so that gives you a pretty good idea. Alright. Yeah. Heart shape, looks nice. And I like to go back over it with the buffing wheel just to make sure everything looks great.
Make sure I get the edges, the leaded edge, and the cut edge.
And there you have it. Heart pendant from start to finish. Here you go. Hope you enjoy. Please like and share. Ask me any questions, and if there's anything you'd like to see me do, please let me know.